I bought a new snare. It's a diamond pearl, black, Slingerland, student model. From 1963 to the early 70s it was made, and it's all original. That is the original calfskin head from the Slingerland factory in the 60s. It's got 8 tension lugs, the 16 band original Slingerland snare belt, and a rapid fire snare strainer. Well, that's pretty normal, but it does the job. Also, look at this original leather stopper thing. Unbelievable. The student model is maple hoops over a 3-ply shell. A lot of the higher end snares from Slingerland, like the Radioking, were only single ply, so it's not uncommon for them to warp out of shape over time. The 3-ply student model doesn't have that problem, in theory. The tone was described to me as being a little thicker, obviously, thicker shell. I would say it's a good drum for rock players if you want to buy something vintage. Also don't let the fact that this is a student model throw you off. This is a good sounding drum. Alright YouTube, I have to say I'm pretty stoked that I was able to pick this drum up. It's pretty special. It looks like it was never really played ever, and it's from the 60s, so that was a long time ago. Pretty cool. We got original heads on all the sides, we got the original belt, and this is calfskin. That's pretty interesting in itself. Original 60s calfskin head from Slingerland themselves. Designed just for this drum. I am going to, unfortunately, change these out though, because this head is 60 years old and I feel really bad smashing it to death with my drumsticks. So I'll probably take it off, maybe belly it for some money, probably. But in case you're wondering what I'm going to put on here, I'm going to replace the belt with a Pure Sound custom 20 strand snare belt thing. Balanced wire tension, sensitive resonant, bright response, general purpose. That's what Pure Sound has to say about the custom model from them. So I'm going to put that on. Ambassador standard Remo coated situation on the top to hopefully get a little brighter. I have to say that calfskin is a little dark, which can be cool if that's what you want. Personally, I might want it a little brighter, so we'll try that with this. And on the bottom, we're going to go with an Ambassador Hazy, which is a good match for that. And also just a classic drum head as well. We're going to put those on and listen and see what that sounds like. But before that, I'm going to show you what the original heads sound like, so you can have a direct comparison, since who has access to an actual 60s original Slingerland freaking calfskin head? Nobody, because you have to be 100 million years old and you have to find an unused snare like somehow I did. So we'll let you guys take a listen and then we'll try the new one out. Fun to document these kind of things. Alright, let's do it. Holy crap, that was dope. Same drum, lower tuning, go. Nice. Okay, let's change those heads out. Here's a nice inside shot for you. Did you know that a large part of the Slingerland sound actually comes from the hoops and the way they are shaped? Anyway, here's what it sounds like with new heads and a new snare belt thingy. You know what? I'm not the biggest fan of the pure sound snares. You have to tighten them like real tight to get them to stop buzzing. And by that point, it's killing the tone. I don't really like it. They're too modern sounding and they're way overly sensitive. Not really my vibe. So I switched back to the original Slingerland belt, and here's what that sounded like. Okay, real fast, we'll play all four back to back. Alright everybody, that's my snare demo. After it's all said and done, I've got to say I think I'm a bigger fan of the original Slingerland heads. They have a cool sound. Remo sounds cool too, but the old school calfskin heads really have a vintage flavor to them that's real cool. Plus the old school heads, they just feel better to play. I don't know what it is, but when you're doing like real fast single stroke rolls around the drum set, it just has a different feel to it, and it feels better. It gives you like more satisfaction somehow. But hey, don't take my word for it. Which heads did you like? Let me know in the comments. Also, I'm sure this has to do with the fact that this is a vintage drum, old school jazz drum, but this drum was so hard to tune, it took me so long to tune this thing. After we finished this demo, I spent like 2 or 3 days more just messing with it, and I feel like I just finally got the head to sit correctly today. And it's finally in tune. but it was really, really annoying. I read online that, especially with these vintage drums, you have to play them for a couple hours after you put the heads on before the heads will really sit correctly, you know, the way they're supposed to, which I think is the case. But you know what? I'd love to know if you guys have some tips for that, because it was really annoying. If you have like some tricks or tips for getting these heads set correctly faster, really appreciate that knowledge too. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. My name's Chris Baker. Like and subscribe if you want. Check out my band Rugby. Maybe check out my band Good Dog Nigel. And follow me because I've got some more videos in the pipeline right now. Got some time off. Gonna try to do some other stuff. Alright, catch you on the next one. Open your hand. Hey, check 1 2. This is the check of the voice here on Chris's YouTube channel.